Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone out there. Welcome to Wake and Stretch. And it's another Frogscapes. If you listen closely, you can hear the frogs. We had a good rain last night, and they always sing their song in the morning. Miss Socks is here with me, as you can see her snout. And yeah, hope you're ready for a nice intuitive practice. We'll see what comes out. Zeus and Loki are also around somewhere. Oh, I just saw his tail behind me. So today will probably be an interesting day. All right, so grab any props that you might need, and I'll meet you on the mat. Okay, so finding a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall through the spine, let your eyes close, and start to focus in on your breath. Allow for the deep breaths to come, for the yawn to come if you need it. And start to tap into how you feel. Gradually start to deepen your breath. Let the eyes start to blink open. And as you exhale, gently lower the chin down towards the chest. Getting a nice, getting a nice stretch to the neck. And slowly roll the right ear towards the right shoulder. And I didn't say this at the beginning, but it's always true. Do what you need to take care of yourself here. So if your neck does not like this, then skip it. And once you reach the peak of that stretch and you take a full breath, then gently let the chin roll back down to the chest and move to the other side, left ear to the left shoulder. Pause where you need to if you find a tight spot. And gently bring it back down to the chest. We'll go one more time each side. Once you're done with that second side, gently bring the chin back to the chest. And as you inhale, lift the head back up to vertical. But exhale where you need to. Let the arms sweep up overhead, interlace the fingers, flip the palms up, nice long stretch with the spine. Feel free to tilt from side to side here. Get those cobwebs out. Good. From here, let the hands release behind you, fingertips come to the mat, roll the shoulders back, and then inhale, lift the chest. Nice long neck. Avoid letting the head drop back. You want it to be nice and long. Good. And then come back through neutral, let the shoulders roll a little bit. Inhale as they come forward and up. Exhale as they go back and down. If you'd like, you can reverse the direction of the shoulders, only if that feels good to you. Coming back to stillness, let's take one more arm shoulder stretch. So the right arm comes across, palm faces back so the thumb is up. Make sure that the shoulder is away from the ear so you have length here. And let's play with the placement of that right hand. So rotate it so the palm is flat. Notice if there's any difference. And then rotate so the thumb is down. All right, bring it back so that we're thumbs up. And then let that arm float overhead, stretching through the tricep and the armpit and the ribs. Bring it back up to neutral, let the arms go, shake it out a little bit. And take the other side. So the left arm now crosses the chest, thumb up, breathing through those shoulders. Letting the palm rotate down towards the ground. And then thumbs down. Hi, Loki. Bringing the thumb back up. And bring the arm overhead. Good old traditional tricep stretch. Maybe give a little side bend here. And let the arms release. Roll the shoulders a bit. Get the rest of the kinks out. And from here, let's find our downward facing dog. Yep, these dogs keep switching out their places. Oh. Yep, moaning and groaning is okay. It helps support your throat chakra. So finding that downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal through the feet here or stay in stillness, whatever works for you. And let's take a nice twist here. So plant down through the right hand, release the left, and reach across to the opposite outer leg. So left hand to right leg. Both hips stay put, so you're not changing the hips at all. And gently bring the left hand back and switch to the other side. Really? Bring both hands back to the mat. Lift the head. I'm going to step it forward with the right foot to come into a high lunge. If you prefer low lunge, then feel free to go into your low lunge. Breathing into those hips, letting them open up. Now from here, I'm going to give a nice moderate push to come into standing split, which should be interesting with two dogs on either side of you. All right, here we go. Oh, hi, Zeus. Hi. Pushing forward, finding that standing split. And inhale, lift the spine about halfway. Use blocks or your dog if they're underneath you. And find your way up to tree pose. Oh, a nice calm breath here in tree. And let's take that top ankle, cross it over the thigh, cross-legged chair. One of my new favorite transitions, eagle pose. Left leg is on top, left arm is underneath. Gently untangle, find warrior three. Then standing split. Then high lunge. Vinyasa, down dog or child's pose. Good. Moving on to the other side. Let's step that left foot forward. Find your high lunge. Or low lunge, whichever one you prefer. Breathing into those hips. All right, and shifting forward into standing split. From here, lift about halfway up. Warrior 3, 2, tree pose. Find your happy place in tree pose. And from here, cross the ankle over your thigh, seated chair. Sliding into eagle, right leg on top, right arm underneath. Gently untangle everything. Find warrior 3, then standing split, then high lunge, then plank, vinyasa, down dog, or child's pose. Loki. Taking rest in either your down dog or your child's pose for a few breaths. And now that we know that where we're going, we're going to go through that one more time. Repeating the flows helps to deepen your understanding of where you're going, what you're doing. It makes it more fluid. And you may find that you go deeper into the poses. Not that that's necessarily the goal, but the goal is to find, is to explore, to find new things that feel different. So that's what we're going for today. So find your downward facing dog. Let's add a little something here. Three-legged dog up in the air, and then bend the knee, make it a twist, twisted three-legged dog. Then inhale, straight the legs, square off the hips. Exhale, step it through or around. High lunge or low lunge. Then standing split. Shifting your weight onto that right foot. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Find your way to warrior 3. Just as a transition, and then tree pose. Now this time, if you want to change the arms up, feel free. Be aware of where your eyesight is. If you're feeling more internal, it will be down. If you're feeling expansive and external, it'll probably be out. Just take notice. From here, cross-legged chair. If you'd like to take the extra step and forward fold here, feel free to. You can even take the arm balance of flying pigeon if you're ready for it. Perhaps you just want to come into the preparatory pose for it. That's fine. Once you finish with that, come up to vertical and find your eagle. Left leg on top, left arm underneath. Untangle everything. Warrior 3. Standing split. High lunge. Plank. Vinyasa, down dog, child's pose. Moving on to the second side, find your way to down dog if you're not there already. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, twist it out. Inhale, straighten the legs, square up the hips. And then exhale, step that left leg forward. High lunge or low lunge. Finding your standing split from here, shifting the weight onto that left leg. And inhale, lift the spine, lift yourself about halfway up. Soften the standing knee, energize the top leg. Warrior 3 transitions directly to tree pose. Arms can go wherever you'd like them to go. When you're ready, cross the ankle, find your cross-legged chair. Staying where you are, folding forward, taking the arm balance. Maybe you're just going into the preparatory version of flying pigeon. This allows for a nice hip stretch. And when you're ready, bring it all the way up to vertical. Eagle pose. Right leg on top, right arm underneath. Gently untangle everything, find your standing splits. Lifting the head, find your high lunge. Step it back to plank, vinyasa, down dog, child's pose. Taking rest now for a few breaths. You have to work with me here, Loki. If you're going to share my mat, then you need to. You share, okay? Here comes Jealous, Mr. Zeus. Hi, Zeus. Yes. Oh, now we're all going to back off. Okay, so from here, let's find our downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Make it a twist, three-legged dog. Step it through. Let's find warrior 2. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, settling in. Inhale, rotate the right palm. Exhale, up and back, reverse warrior. Inhaling up through center, straighten the leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Exhale, warrior 2. We'll flow back and forth a few more times. Rotate the palm. Exhale, up and back. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, straighten the leg, triangle pose. Last time, inhale, bringing it up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, flip the palm. Exhale, up and back. Inhale through center. Exhale, triangle pose. From your triangle pose, bring your eyes down to the mat if they're not there already. Bend the right knee, find extended side angle. Wherever it goes for you. So maybe the forearm is on the thigh, maybe the hand is on a block, maybe your fingers are on the ground. And one more breath. Then bring both hands to the mat inside of the front foot. Flip your hips back to squareness. Find your way back. Vinyasa, down dog, or child's pose. Good. Moving on to the left side. Left leg up and back. Three-legged dog, giving it a nice twist. And bring it back to squared hips. Step it through. Find your warrior 2. Inhaling as you come up. Inhale, rotate the left palm. Exhale, reach it up and back, reverse warrior. Inhale through warrior 2. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, bringing it all the way up. Exhale, warrior two. We'll go through two more times. Inhale, rotate the palm. Exhale, reverse. This is that same idea with the repetition. The first time it's kind of like, oh, where am I going? Waking up the body. The second time is, oh, right, this is where it's supposed to be, or this is where it feels good. And third time is, ooh, yeah, that's it. Once you find your last triangle pose, stay there, breathe. And find your way into your extended side angle on this side. So it might mean that you bring the forearm to the thighs, hands to a block or the mat. Hey, you be nice, Mr. Loki. Just a few more breaths here. Good. From here, bring both hands to the inside of the front foot. Flip the hips so you're nice and square. Step it back. Vinyasa, down dog, child's pose. I don't really want to lay like that, but you gotta work with your hand better. All right, so from here, let's find Malasana. So stepping the feet so they're about the width of your mat apart. I think Loki is not going to be happy if I try to sit on him. And let the hips sink down. If you need a block here, then let the block come down underneath your sit bones. At your choice, you can make this more active, which will give you a little bit more inner thigh stretch. It'll work the core, it'll allow the spine to lengthen if you're feeling a little bit more energetic. If you're not, if you're feeling a bit more passive, then just let yourself curl forward, supporting the head if you decide to go that way. And breathing into wherever you feel this the most. One more breath in your Malasana. Then exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Ease those hips on up. Heel toe the feet together. If you need to give a little pedal of the legs here, feel free to do so. Then bend the knees deeply. Bring your ribs onto the thighs so that you're literally resting your chest on your legs. Bring the hands behind, interlace the fingers, and let the arms fold over the head. And on your inhale, lift the head. Exhale, release the hands down. Find your way back to plank. Vinyasa, down dog, or child's pose. So from here, let's find our way to a seated position. You can walk yourself forward. And we'll find our way into half Lord of the Fish. So the left leg is bent underneath. Unless your knee is unhappy, then the leg can be straight. Right leg is bent and on top so that the foot is relatively flat. If you have one hip that's up in the air, no worries. Just let it be up in the air. It's okay. As long as you feel stretch in the hips, you're good. I'm sitting up nice and tall here. As you exhale, twist around to the right if it's available to you. If it's not, then just stay upright and lifted so that you at least still get that hip stretch. And on your inhale, the eyes come to the front. Exhale, gently release the twist. Let's take a double pigeon, or if you prefer seated pigeon or another variation of pigeon, go for it. It's helpful here to flex the ankles so that they're a little bit happier. Sitting up nice and tall through the spine. You can either stay upright or start to fold it forward. But only go as far as your body will let you go. Right? We're not trying to force ourselves into anything or push too much into a stretch. That only results in injury. And that's not fun. One more breath in your double pigeon. Then use your hands on your legs, untangle them, bring them about the width of the mat apart, hands behind you, and gently windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Good. Coming back to center, let's find that half lord of the fish on the other side. So right leg underneath, left on top. Sitting up nice and tall, and then exhale, twist if it's available to you. On your inhale, bring the eyes back to the front. Exhale, gently release the twist. And let's find double pigeon or seated pigeon or any other pigeon that you like. Sitting up nice and tall. Letting the hips settle into the position. When you feel ready, go ahead and fold it forward. Take one more nice deep breath, and then ease your way back up to vertical. Use your hands, untangle the legs, bring them about the width of the mat apart. Give a little windshield wiper from side to side. All right, so from here, try to scooch him back a little bit. Oh, Loki, can you please share the mat? Legs extend out in front. We'll take so stubborn. We'll take a Paschimottanasana. So sitting up nice and tall, legs extended, heels down. Inhale, sit up through the spine, scoop the belly, exhale, folding forward. Now you can keep the spine long and tall here, especially if it hurts your lower back to curl. But if you don't feel much in this position, then scoop the belly, tilt the pelvis just a touch, and then let yourself fold forward. We're looking for a stretch through the back of the body somehow. So whether it's through the legs primarily or through the back and the legs, all good. Wherever you'd like to take it this morning. Good. On your inhale, lift the head. Exhale, gently release. So I'm going to flip myself here only because I have my fuzzy friend over here. We're going to find our way onto our spine. So you can just roll back as long as you have space on your mat. And take a nice deep breath. Feet are about hip width apart, heels as close to your sit bones as you can manage. Arms down by your sides. And from here, we'll take a few bridge poses. So the traditional yoga type, pressing down through the feet. As you inhale, tuck the pelvis, roll up through the spine. Once you're up there, interlace the fingers, tuck the shoulders underneath. Try to move the chest towards your chin. On your exhale, release the hands, untuck the shoulders, gently lower the hips. Don't move the legs though, just stay there, let your spine neutralize in its own time. And we'll go through that again. Pressing down through the feet, tuck the pelvis, lifting up, tuck those shoulders underneath, interlace the fingers if they reach, press the arms down into the mat. On your exhale, release the hands, untuck the shoulders, gently lower the hips. Again, don't move the legs. We're going to go one more round. For those of you that like wheel pose, feel free to pop into wheel on this next round. Oh, excuse me, that yawn just stuck in there. All right, so let's move through bridge for our third and final round. If you prefer wheel, feel free to go into that wheel. Inhaling, tucking the pelvis. Get those shoulders underneath. Breathe in your bridge. Gently release the hands, untuck the shoulders, let the hips come down. Again, let the spine neutralize in its own time. And then bring the feet about the width of the mat apart. Arms can come out to your sides to a T or take cactus arms. And gently windshield wiper the legs from side to side. This also helps to neutralize those back bends. Bring yourself back to center and go ahead and hug the knees in towards your chest. From here, take happy baby. If you want more hamstring stretch, feel free to extend the legs. You can go one at a time if you'd like, both at the same time. Then allow the bottoms of the feet to come together, knees out to the side for a floating bound angle pose. The bottoms of the feet stay together. Let the feet rest down on the mat, finding your reclined bound angle pose. I'm not sure I can do that with Loki here, but feel free to do it by yourself, yeah. And then make your way into your Shavasana, straightening the legs out, bringing them roughly about the width of the mat apart. Let the legs fall to their natural rotation, arms out to your sides to a T, or lower, whatever angle actually feels good. Palms up, eyes closed, and take rest. you'd like to stay in your Shavasana a little longer, feel free to do so. If you're ready to come out, start to deepen your breath. Find energy in the fingers, toes, wrists, ankles, hands, and feet. Let the arms extend up overhead, legs long underneath you. Give yourself a nice long stretch. Hug the knees in towards your chest and give a little rock from side to side. And roll onto your right side, fetal position. Bottom arm under your head as a pillow. And gently bring yourself up to a seated position. Eyes closed, hands either pressed together at the heart, or one on your heart and one on your belly. Checking in and giving a few moments of gratitude, something that you're thankful for in this moment. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. All right, so thanks so much for joining me in this practice and joining the dogs. Just the way it goes sometimes. So, yeah. I'm not really chatty today. So I'll see you on Friday then, huh? Same time, same place? All right. See you. Have a beautiful week. Bye.